welcome everybody to Wild Moments powered by Explore.org. It's me, Trishala, and we've got Kelly with us today. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Trish. Thanks so much for having me. It's lovely to be here.
It's always a pleasure to spend some time with you. I didn't actually realize this, but I had met Kelly previously, just about 5 years ago. So it's really nice to spend some time with her and with all of you. Again, so if this is the first time that you're joining us, remember that we're live and interactive, so you can send through your questions and your comments, and we'll be going through some cool clips. Now, if you didn't know, today is World Oceans Day. Congratulations to the ocean and to humans for trying to honor the ocean. And so to start us off, for our first clip for the week for Wild Moments, we're going to go and have a look at some penguins. I love penguins. They don't do much, but they're very cute. I love that we have this penguin cam. It's pretty new to us in Africa. But I think that it offers such stunning visuals. Kelly, have you been to see the penguins down here in the Western Cape?
I have, not in a professional capacity, but I did go down not long after I moved to South Africa. They're so fun. They're so fun to watch when, they're doing big movements, but I find they've got so expression. It almost looks like they're considering things very carefully, quite a lot of.
Yeah. They're very, they're also quite clumsy, but at the same time they seem to be very careful, maybe because they are so clumsy. So this one on the right has a very distinctive patterning on the belly. I think we might have seen it before, actually, on this cam, that particular individual.
It's amazing when you really take time to look at lots of these animals. Otherwise, you can distinguish them when if you glance at a group of penguins that are just black and white waddly birds. But if you spend time looking and actually taking the time, you can distinguish.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the same thing. Like when I first started guiding and I'd see a leopard, they all look the same. And then suddenly you get to know more than just the spot pattern, but also features of those individuals, and they become easier to recognize.
Mm.
These guys seem to be going... Yeah. And they seem to be going. They popped out of the water. Oh, and a bit of a no. So if you see the one in the middle, that was just towards the end of that clip. There was one in the middle that was facing us, and it was giving like this side eye. Kind of go back and have a look. It was right at the end when they were on top of the rock. They're all gonna hop on now, and you'll see that almost all will have their back to us except one after the. There's a bit of a fight. Saying
I know that
with them, but like I said, they don't do much. But then you kind of learn what to look for. As with every species, there's only about 10,000 in the wild. And where our cam is there at Stony Point in Betty's Bay in the Western Cape, that's home. That whole area is run by an organization called Cape Nature, so they do a really awesome job of maintaining a good, safe area for the penguins population to continue to increase. Anyway, that felt like quite a speech. Now let me read
Well
some
deserved.
speeches.
Well deserved.
Amber Cole, you say happy Thursday, Kelly and Trish, and thank you for your gifts of time and knowledge. You're enjoying your coffee and muffin. Ooh, first time I've heard somebody with some food watching. And you're looking forward to today's adventure, and you've got a smiley face for us. Thank you. Aussie Jan 2, it's coffee break time. Welcome. Dear NC, you say good morning from a sunny and hot Seattle. You're looking forward to the show with your coffee. I've just finished my coffee. And I'm ready for the show as well. Gemma, you say good day all
I'm
from
on
you.
water.
Oh, you're on water. I think that's
I didn't plan
pretty.
ahead.
You gotta plan ahead, Kelly. Gemma, you say good day all from New Jersey, USA. You're looking forward to the show today. Jarell, you say good day to Trish and Kelly. A good day to you as well. Jan Powers, you say hi, Trish and Kelly. Another beautiful hot day in Arizona. Jasmine 57, you say hi, Trish and Kelly. Grumpy Old Man says it's her, Trishala. It's me, Trishala. Hi, Grumpy Old Man. And then Bob from Kalamazoo. Hi, Bob. You say good day, Trishala and Kelly. It seems that Kelly was. Oh, you're back. You're stuck briefly, but all is good. Hello, and thanks for all your messages, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the penguin clip. So let's move on to the next one, which is also a bird and is also endangered. And I've never seen one in real life. Let's have a look.
Wow.
So cool. Oh,
they really are beautiful birds.
Yeah. Oh, there's two of them.
Look where his crown, his crest has got all wet and it's sort of separated.
Bit of a hair wash.
Oh.
So Kelly, you've not seen them either, have you, in real life?
No, I was thinking back, and I don't think I have. I don't think I think I would have remembered of one of these birds. They're so few and far between and quite area specific. And I've never had the pleasure of seeing one of these. Wow, look at the colours on that face.
So absolutely distinct. You could never mix this bird up with anything else. Whoa. It almost commanded
I was actually looking quite a lot of this. There's multiple different names for this. Here. Grey-crowned crane, African crane, crowned crane. I think I counted 8 or 9 different ologies for this, but I think grey-crowned crane is absolutely spot on. I mean, that is impressive, isn't it?
Whoa. It almost like you don't know what to say because it's so impressive, like you said. Whoa, nice.
Oh,
that is so
what
cool.
Beautiful birds. I would love to see. I think I've seen the grey cranes before, but I've never seen one of these in the wild. And I think, is this the first time we've actually had them on the cameras here, Trish?
Yeah. So I think that's super, super cool. Obviously, this is at the Old Donyo Cam. It's just the gift that keeps on giving, that Old Donyo Cam. Striped hyena, crowned crane.
Oh.
It's just going to get better.
No, they're beautiful birds.
Sorry, carry on.
They're the national bird of Uganda. I think the top of their range, Kenya, Uganda, and then they sort of come all the way down through Zimbabwe down to South Africa. But I was actually looking at the symbol of Uganda. Their crest on there is red and yellow, like red and yellow stripes. They're absolutely stunning. But no, they're on the Ugandan flag as well, I think.
Oh, I would love to. I mean, we had a question from Kim Hai. Hi, Kim Hai. You say, what African bird do you think is the most impressive looking? I feel like it's so hard.
There's so many.
There's so many. And I'm tempted to say, oh, this crowned crane, because it's the first time that I'm seeing one, especially a flock like that. I mean, I've seen pictures only. So I have a strong reaction towards seeing these. But if I had to really think about it, there's so many.
I
What
think
do you
I've got a favourite bird at the moment. My favourite birds go in spurts depending on what I've been seeing, but I haven't managed to get my favourite bird out of being the crested guinea fowl at the moment. I'm deeply impressed with crested guinea fowl. I had a up in the north of Kruger not long ago, and there was a whole flock of them, and the sun was shining, and they came really close, and their little angry eyes and their little Elvis quiffs. I just watched them for ages. They're stunning. I don't know if it's impressive, daring, and entertaining, maybe.
Very entertaining. I think they are highly entertaining. But I think impressive, the obvious one would be an ostrich. You're not going to
Yeah,
see it.
especially when they're pink, when they've got that
Yeah.
beautiful pink on them as well. That's stunning.
And then now that you say pink, flamingos as well are very
Yeah.
impressive. Saddle-billed storks are impressive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Marabou
there's lots.
it just keeps on going. It's definitely a hard question to answer. Jasmine 57, you say cool crown crane. Very cool crown crane. In fact, I should ask you all, what do you think is the most impressive African bird? I'm sure we're gonna get many, many different answers, but send them through. Amberco, you say a gorgeous bird, and then Rolling Trouble, you say wow, stunning. Really is stunning. And then, I didn't actually know too much about them because you end up focusing your research and your reading on those things that are around you. And if you don't
Mm.
spend time in certain environments, then you don't end up reading a lot about particular animals, and you just have this kind of superficial knowledge.
No, I
And
agree. I know they're around. I mean, I would have to check breeding habits, habitat. They're omnivores, eating
yeah,
things up to the size of small rodent. I didn't
yeah,
know that.
yeah, exactly. And that's I was just gonna say that I didn't realize that they're omnivorous. I didn't realize that they will flock, so you're gonna get them
Mm.
roosting. And because it's a large bird, you think, oh, you're gonna see one or maybe a pair, but as we saw now, there are a few of them together, and they'll roost together. And apparently, they can be quite aggressive as well.
I wouldn't want to be on the of one of those birds, to be honest. I think they'd be quite intimidating. They're up to just over a
Yeah,
meter. I think that's sort of,
yeah.
you know, chest height on me. I run into one of those in an alley.
You do not want to run into anything in an alley, whether it's the size of a rat or a crown crane. Uh, Oh, we have actually some great answers.
Oh,
Jasmine,
shoebill. Kimmy's gone shoebill.
yeah,
Oh, good call.
and Secretary Bird is also a good one. Secretary
Yeah.
Bird's a good one. There's just so many. Carolyn Morgan, you say the colors are very vibrant, so hopefully that means that they're healthy. They do look very healthy. And I think that looking at the health of an animal is always a good indication of the environment as well, the health of the environment in general.
Mm.
And just before we move on to the next clip, while we're talking about environmental health and Oceans Day, and we were looking at the penguins, penguins are actually a great indicator of the environmental health. So, ocean ecosystem, but it's also on the land because their guano, which is basically their poop, it is really high in like phosphorus and nitrogen, and they can move nutrients, much like hippos, from the marine environment to the terrestrial environment and vice versa. And so if penguins are present, it usually means that, especially apparently as an indicator for global warming, because warming and melting of ice and things like that affect krill populations so much that they
Mm.
have a high impact on penguin populations as well. So the health of an animal, and even the presence of an animal, is a great indicator, something to really pay attention to if you want to know the health of an ecosystem.
For
You know,
sure. I found
yeah,
often things different are water related. So
yeah,
penguins are amphibians, lots of different species that are linked directly to water.
yeah. Absolutely.
Can often be pain seem to be no different.
Yeah, absolutely. So World UAE 87, you say it's the flamingo for you. Rolling Travel, you also say Secretary Bird. Lisa P, you say, oh, that's nature to watch, exclamation mark. You say Black Eagle. Black Eagle's also a good one. I love it.
So many.
Yeah, tons. Anyway, let's move on to our next clip. And actually, when was it? On Tuesday, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Jarell who was asking about the baby elephant that was feeding at the bank at Tau. What would happen if it falls in? Well, let's see. This almost looks like the exact scene we were watching on Tuesday. Oh! At least it didn't topple over. Shame. That bank is so rounded and muddy.
And slippery. These elephants drinking and spilling water.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Trying to help.
Come on. Got me by my ear.
On the knees. Oh! Come on.
Oh no, this is too cute.
No one's panicking yet, though. Everyone's still quite calm. Oh no, getting upset.
Probably. Well, why aren't you guys panicking? Can you not see this child is in the water?
Oh yeah, see now she's getting stressed. She was fine up until now. Now she's getting a little bit more worried.
Oh, there we go. That's a bit easier spot.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mum, don't fall in yourself.
Just gonna the air. Come on. Shall up you get.
There we go. There we go. Oh. Oh, well done. Oh, that was such an ordeal. It was
I used to work at Tau many years ago. I actually started my career at Tau, and I know that water hole. That water hole is epic. Where the camera is on that water hole, I've never seen a water hole with so much. We once stopped counting at 150 elephants at lunchtime. One lunchtime, it's insane. And there's actually a bit around the other side of that water hole. Well, there was when I was there. Steep. It's really, really steep. And the elephant once fell in, but proper. And I think there's a clip of it somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't think it's on Africam. I think it's someone did it or something. One of the guests filmed it, and like Mum had to get in. It was deep. It was meters deep, and the baby was fine, but it took a long time. It took sort of over an hour, I think, for this baby to actually get out. It was really distressing. But that's how water hole. There's nowhere quite like it.
And what was the reaction of the rest of the herd?
It was panic. It was we found out about it because we heard it. We didn't know what was going on, and people actually went to look. It's actually happened more than once, and I think probably since then they might have dropped the banks a bit for that exact reason. Yeah, it was noise. It was blind. They scream. Yeah, big reactions there. But yeah, I think they've actually changed the shape of the banks.
Well, that little one, I think, made it out. It didn't look like it was panicking too much. But Mum was definitely like,
Mum
at one
was
point, why aren't you helping? Oh, Kelly, Tim has a question for you. He'd like to know, what is your favorite thing about Tao since you had worked there?
Honestly, the waterhole was just insane. I've never known a waterhole with so many sightings. You have dogs we had dogs chasing waterbuck in there, impala in there. I think at one point I've had a sighting of four of them. It's a really nice location as well. It's in the northwest corner of the reserve, but it was a waterhole. I've never known such a busy waterhole. There was always it's. I know where the camera is, and it's exactly where guests sit for lunch. And you can sit there. There's something happening all the time, all the time.
Oh,
So Tim, I think that waterhole. You guys are getting the best of.
the best viewing experience at
The
Tao.
best viewing experience. Yeah, no, it's definitely super busy.
Um, Christy, just have to say, Christy thinks it's a fish eagle. That's the most impressive bird. Also a goodie.
Again, we can't argue with any of those. I don't think, Trish. I think they're all up there. The only reason I can say crested gill is because I remember the sighting. For me, often what I see is about how or a bird makes me feel when I'm looking at it, and the way I felt when I saw those. Or if I was sitting at a table and a grey lory flew straight in front of my nose, and I felt the wind of its feathers or something, I would change how I feel. But that's the only reason I can select crested guinea fowls. I was just so excited to see them, little Elvis heads. If anyone doesn't know what they look like, go and have a look. They're insane.
You have to. You have to. And then in the background, you can play Tina Turner or Elvis, whichever you prefer,
Yes,
as you watch the cross.
totally.
You have to.
For sure.
Okay, we have one more clip.
Cool.
It's not the clearest because there's lots of dust and stuff being kicked up, but it's a very cool. Elise. I'm just trying to figure out if they're just having a bit of a swim.
They're all there. Oh. I've never seen them across a river. I've seen them walk. I've never seen them swim across a river. I've seen them swim in dams. And that doesn't even look like a big adult leading at the front.
No. The big adult
it doesn't even look like
it
looks like a young animal.
There seems like there was a little bit of confusion there because they went one way, but decided to cross at one point and then turned and now are moving towards this point. Probably because of depth.
Yeah, I was going to say that one that was leading at the front is the one closest to us, second from the front now. It looks like it's got one tusk. That went right under. So maybe that was slightly inexperienced or something, that elephant, and then maybe one of the big guys at the back went
Yeah, we got a baby. There's a little baby there. Not going to be able to keep up. But it's also interesting because anytime we have seen them trying to cross a river, I've seen them do it in a line, not spread out like this. Like behind each other, crossing, as opposed to just like all spread out.
that would have been, I would have thought, the most logical way for elephants to do. Look at that tiny one. There's small ones in the middle there. And if I was an elephant, I would have wanted them to go first and sort of check the footing and whatever else. But yeah, I agree, that did look a little bit disorganized.
Yeah.
See, are they just struggling to get out now?
Yeah. It's not something we see often with elephants. Being disorganized.
No. See, now they're turning again. And they look a little bit panicked.
Yeah.
There's something else happening here. I don't know what. Hold on. My guess, and this is obviously a guess, I think one of those jumps thought, right, let's cross the river, and the others have gone, okay, but they can't get out now, I don't think. That bank looked too steep.
Yeah. It looks very steep. But at the same time, you know, when elephants get panicked, it can happen quite easily. You know, one panics and then the panic kind of...
What's happening there?
Listen to this.
I'm leaning to the right to try and see further to what's happening.
Okay, these guys have gotten to some... Oh, it's a little bit blurry here, but it looks like they... and they'll be back on the other side now.
See, what's going on with this one? Is that more on the other side there? I'm peering at the camera. What an interesting clip, though. It looked like there was no plan, which is unusual for elephants.
Yeah, exactly. And it seemed like the whole, even as they were crossing, at certain times there seemed to be disagreements within the herd.
Mm.
And a little bit of splitting, a little bit of pushing. Young ones pushed to the front and then they split. And there was that one towards the end, they found an area towards the left of that bank to kind of go on. But then that other one ended up back where they started. Yeah. That's a bit strange. But there was definitely
panic. It's very interesting. I've got here what was going on, but yeah, there's this is not a happy, organised, relaxed group of elephants, in my opinion.
I guess the darkness and crossing a river is not going to help them be relaxed. But even so, we've seen them do it before in a much more organised fashion.
Oh, I think that was... See, there's cross elephants in there.
Yeah.
How interesting, and how we're able to capture these things on camera. We would have never seen this otherwise.
Exactly. That's what I love, these cameras. We pick up on such random, cute, interesting, outrageous, never seen before behavior. It's perfect.
It's amazing.
Jirel, you say, "Oh my gosh, I was feeling stressed, but it's so sweet to see how Mum got him out, helping him with her trunk." Thank you for that. Talking about the baby elephant that slid in, absolutely. And mums will always help their calves out, and if she can't do it, the rest of the herd will always cause some kind of commotion to make sure they'll get the baby out.
Absolutely.
Anyway, these were some really cool clips. Thank you so much for your questions and your comments. Thank you, Kelly, for joining us. I hope that you'll join us again. Happy World Ocean Day, everybody. Bye for now.